Hey, what's up everybody, Ciaran Crypto here, and today we're going to be talking about a very cool project on the Solana blockchain called House of Sparta. So we're briefly going to be talking about some key points of the website, but what I really want to focus is on the litepaper, because there's a lot of information regarding the play to earn. So once we scroll down the website, we can actually see a little trailer, and they actually show a lot of stuff regarding the gameplay and how this is actually going to look like. So if we press right here, cool little intro, looks very nice. It really reminds me of Age of Empire, which I was a big fan of, so that's really nice. So more gameplay, grow your kingdom, level up your armies. It's a play to earn, of course, like I mentioned. But yeah guys, that looks very nice. So if we scroll down the website, we can actually see some really cool art right here, and for sure it's obviously 3D rendered and it looks very nice. There's a lot of detail to it for sure, and yeah, very nice. I really like it. So by the looks of it, they're really focusing on the play to earn aspect, which I'm going to be talking about soon, on the litepaper and also the community. So they're going to let people obviously decide what the game is going to do in the future. Now overall, the website looks very nice, very simple, and just shows exactly what you need to know. Some things that I really like seeing in an actual project is some kind of behind the scenes. I like seeing the finished work, but I like seeing all this kind of stuff, show the actual progress, how it looks like and how they build it. That's always fun for me personally. So they have their 4 pillars of gameplay, which they want to focus on: growth, conquer mode, battle mode, and kingdom DAO. It's all going to be based on PvE, PvP. We're going to have different battle modes. You can grow your province and increase your prosperity. So there's going to be different aspects to the game that obviously we're going to go over in the litepaper, which I'm very excited about. We also have commander attributes: standard Spartan, we have the elite Spartan, commander Spartan, Spartan Eyes, that looks very nice, and immortal Spartan. So before we jump into the litepaper, we're going to go over the rarities, prices, rates, and dual mint. So there's going to be plus 60 trades that have been designed with the utmost care, attention to detail. Our collection are randomly generated using each attribute with various rarities. A list with all the attributes and the respective rarities will be available shortly after the launch, as usual. And there's actually going to be 4,500 unique warriors, guys, just keep that in mind. So right here we actually have some prices. It says your Spartan doubles as your membership badge and grants you access to member only benefits, the first of which is access to the treasure chest lottery. Other plans include airdrops of collectibles, weapons, armor, as well as 10 mythical gods. You could even win a trip to Greece. That's what I was wondering, why there's a picture of Greece. I had to read the whole thing. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. Trip to Greece, never a bad option. Right here we have raids. Raids and Prosperous Sparta allows you to carry out more raids on other blue chip NFTs. We will be plundering NFTs on Solana and distributing them to our loyal holders. The spoils of war will be plentiful. Spartan raids will occur on a weekly basis on the mandate, and holders can expect rewards within the first week and onwards. They're actually integrating this new thing that I haven't seen, which is a cross-chain kind of mint, where you'll be able to get one NFT in Ethereum and also on the Solana blockchain. I'm not sure how that fully works at the moment. So right here they actually say these collections will then become kind of merged through the wormhole integration, meaning users will be able to bridge their assets across both chains, creating fluid liquidity. So it's actually pretty cool. So now we're at the litepaper. First of all, I kind of skimmed through the litepaper a little bit. Very detailed, and explains pretty much everything regarding the gameplay and the play to earn aspect. So right here we're in the first page of the litepaper, and before we jump into it, these guys are actually partnered with AR and VR design specialists, so keep that in mind. That's really cool stuff. So like I mentioned briefly, the House of Sparta is an NFT game built on the Solana blockchain that is part of the play to earn metaverse. House of Sparta encompasses 2 mints, each containing 4,500 unique NFTs, the Solana Spartans and the Ethereum Egyptians. So it is going to be a multiplayer strategy game where players utilize battlefield tactics, interplayer diplomacy, cooperation, resilience to command their own army to victory. Players will use their NFT warrior to rule a province and compete against other players, achieve territorial expansion. This right here really reminds me of Age of Empire. Like, it's really grindy games, but it's really fun to play. They're also going to have their own in-game token called Drachma, if I'm pronouncing that right. Basically the way it's going to work is the governing token will be allocated during private and public sales. Certain promotions will be set out for the core team, staking rewards, and for the community treasury. Now right here we have the roadmap, a little bit of information. Obviously they're going to have the Spartan rates, blue chip NFTs, they're going to have charity, 1% of men donated to a charity of the community's choice, collectibles, airdrops, gods to lucky holders post-mint. We're going to have prices as well. Phase 2 is obviously going to be the 4,500 NFT army launch on Ethereum. And on the phase 3, we're gonna have the play to earn PvP strategy game on Solana. So like I mentioned before, real-time strategy, PvP, PvE, play to earn, tokenomics structure. So right here they have their lore. It's also nice to see obviously some backstory. The year 450 BC, the once beautiful Greek land surrounding Sparta has become dark and muddied. So yeah, I'm not gonna read through the whole thing. You can pause it right here in the video. You can take a look at it. So right here we jump into something very important, which is the Spartans NFT economics. So minting your NFT is your getaway into the future House of Sparta game. Your NFT's metadata stored on RV Weave determines your future armies attributes in the game. Future users were also allowed to participate in the game via minting basic NFT detailing no attributes that will be able to be used in the game for a fixed price. Also, users will then level up if they participate in the ecosystem. So like I mentioned before, we have different kind of characters, some of the attributes. We have the standard Spartan, elite, and so on and so on. I'm still really curious about the ice warrior skin. Looks really nice. And actually I can actually see the full this one here because it was covered before, the immortal Spartans. So jumping into the actual tokenomics where everything is going to be distributed. So it's called drachma. So 10% is going to go to treasury, 20% to the core team, 5% to the public sale, 20% to investors, stake-in rewards 40%, and liquidity pool 5%. So it looks like for me personally, it looks very well distributed. So of course, drachma will be their governance token, and there will be a fixed supply with a predetermined unlock schedule for over a 3-year period. The token distribution, like I mentioned, play to earn rewards, investor public sales, ecosystem treasury, staking rewards, and the core team. And 3 token use cases: stake-in, governance, revenue distribution for holders, treasury pot for ecosystem expansion. Now this is where it gets very interesting. The gameplay mechanics. Like I mentioned before, there will be 4 pillars to the actual gameplay. So the first one is called Pillar 1, which is PvE Conquer mode. Players complete a series of story-based missions, battling AI and conquering other provinces. Then we have the Pillars 2, which is the PvP War mode. Arena-based real-time battle where you'll be able to control their armies all out in war. Sort of like Age of Empire kind of thing, where you can just select, I'm gonna assume you can select a bunch of characters and then you can move them from section to section. Next is Pillars 3, which is growth and exploration. You grow and upgrade your province. The more it prospers, the further up the rankings you ascend, of course, and end out your legion to explore, battle, and lay claim to new lands and resources. And last but not least, we have Pillars 4, which is the Kingdom DAO. Through the implementation of Decentralized Autonomous Kingdoms DAK, provinces may join forces to share the resources generated by their prospect provinces. Kingdoms may also wage war with other kingdoms to become the greatest empire in the land every season. Players can also trade and develop and create microeconomies managed by those in charge. So I think that's kind of pretty standard, but I think what's going to make the difference is how they actually deliver on that and make sure that it works so the economy doesn't get destroyed within the game. So how does the player versus environment conquer mode going to work? So right here we have the player versus environment, which is basically, you're fighting AI and, whatever the game itself is throwing at you in a way. Then we have player versus player, which is going to be PvP. Basically, the mode is going to be set on the lands of ancient Greece. Various maps will feature an array of spectacular environments, including overgrown forests, wastelands, marshlands, and rugged mountain terrains. So this is very interesting as well. So if you do PvP, you're also will be able to earn the game token, which is drachma, and electrum, which is going to be the Ethereum aspect of it. So you can actually use those also to rebuild and replenish your army and province. There's also going to be growth exploration, obviously the decentralized kingdoms that I mentioned before from this part. Okay. Right here it says land your province. So players will start with a base amount of land representing your province. You're able to upgrade this by purchasing land on the marketplace using drachma, claiming land in the battle, trading with other users, merging with other provinces. You can also upgrade your land and buildings using the in-game token, which is going to be electrum as well. So basically, once you mint your NFT, you're basically the commander of your province. Commanders obviously going to have different attributes such as labor, helmets, and weapons, and each of those respective attributes can give you unique stats boost to province productivity, resources, and the armies. So right here they have an example of how it works. So example, if you have a character with a rare sword and shield, attribute will grant you your army +1 attack damage and +1 defense. So of course, as any play to earn game, or just any MMO, I'll say, you can level up your characters by increasing your XP with Electrum, which is the in-game token, to provide even greater stats boosts. And we actually have some really cool weapons, very nice detailed. And right here we have the last page of the litepaper, and the good thing about this, the game is fully docs, which is always nice. We have Reese, head of marketing, we have Andrew, head of community management, and Will, head of operations. So right here we have some of their consultants, which is the blockchain consultancy company specialist in Solana and Ethereum. Projects include Shrooms, Mini Mecha, and Mecha Chaotic. And we have their artists and game developers. I'm not sure if I can say that word, but it's a world renewed and augmented reality, virtual reality applications developed company. Right here we have some of the previous clients, which is obviously Facebook, Google, and BMW, which is huge. But yeah, guys, overall I think it's a great project. It's nice to see they have an actual roadmap. They have a full detailed litepaper explaining their play to earn aspect. The art looks good, the website looks great, and they have a docs team. Also, you can actually get into their whitelist by entering the raffle, so you can click that link right there. They're also gonna have competitions, how to get obviously a free mint. You can check their Discord and Twitter. So right here we actually have their Twitter with around 5,148 followers, which is a pretty good number, and it's actually followed by some of the people that I follow, so which is also good. So yeah, guys, overall a really great play to earn game that I can't wait to see and actually try it out. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow these guys as well. I'll put all the links down below. Peace out.